Hey y'all, wake up, man. So how do barbers make profit? A lot of barbers downplay this, once again, because they don't run their services as a business, right? They just want to cut hair, make money, burn the money, cut hair again, make the money, burn it again, keep repeating the process, right? But when you start running your services as a business, you will start to notice that you pay attention to profit and losses, right? So how do barbers make profit, right? Profit is the money made after expenses, right? So your actual take home money is your profit. Now, if you're running your barber brand as a business, you would pay attention to what you're spending on expenses. If you're in a booth rental shop, you're paying booth rent, right? If you're in a suite, you're paying your suite's rent. Wherever you cutting it, if you gotta pay to be there, then that is part of your expenses. Your hairspray, your clippers, your razors, your cleaning supplies, the gloves, the neck strips, talc powder, all of that. Whatever you use to operate in business is an expense, right? Some of them are long-term, some of them are monthly, some of them are weekly, maybe even daily. You know, I don't know what you're using, but you have expenses. You have your products and your tools, right? Those are expenses, right? So you need to understand what you're making. You need to know what you're making per hour, per day, per week, per month, per year, minus your expenses. And that is your take home profit, right? So say for instance, you making $300 a day, right? I'm just gonna say that much for a beginner barber. You're making $300 a day. That's about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, that's like $1,500 a week, right? So that's $6,000 a month, right? You're making $6,000 per month. That's what you make from behind the chair. Now, if you are paying booth rent, let's say you're paying $150 per week, right? That's $600 per month, right? So you don't actually take home the $6,000 that month. You got to do the $6,000 minus $600, which will leave you with $5,400, right? So your profit is $6,400 times 12. Whatever that is what you actually make, and that is your profit. So your profit is everything you make after you pay your expenses, right? This is why I try to tell barbers to I try to get y'all to at least be making 6 figures. And I'm gonna have my 6-figure barber ebook in the link in the description. But anyway, I try to tell barbers to make at least 6 figures. So if you was to fully get taxed, you would be taking home at least 70K, right? So you have to, that's another thing you have to minus taxes, right? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if your business is set up right or whatever, but you gotta minus taxes in those expenses if you're running it as a business. So minus your tools, minus your maybe your gas mileage, your gas, minus all the products and everything that you use in order to operate business. Whatever you have after that is profit, right? So I made a video that went viral on TikTok and Instagram and all these different platforms about why barbers charge so much, and I showed them the price of these tools that I bought, and it came out to be $600. I think I only bought 2 pair of clippers. And it went viral because people saying, oh, you know, you make that back in 2 days or whatever, right? But see, these people don't understand business, right? Because if my expenses, just say my expenses, the cost to do business is $1,500 per month, and I pay that on a regular basis, I need new clippers because my old ones may be failing or whatever, right? And I want better performance clippers so I can have better cuts, right? If my expenses is $1,500 per month to operate business, and I decide that I needed new clippers and they ran me $600, I just upped my expenses, right? I upped my expenses for that 1 month by $600. Now, if I spend $600, I should be making profit. I should be making $1,200, right? So that means I have to raise the price of something because I have to make the money for my regular expenses already, and I have to make the money to pay back what I had to spend for the clippers. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that you just make it back because the money is spent, right? You see what I'm saying? That's just like an emergency. Like, just say you paying your bills at your house and the emergency happened. You gotta go in that stash. You gotta pay that stash back, or you're gonna forever be minus whatever that emergency costed you. And you're gonna put yourself in a worse position, right? That's just business. But barbers make profit by making enough money to outweigh your expenses. So the moment you start to make money and your expenses are paid in order for you to operate in business, now you're making profit. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm not talking about shop owners, I'm talking about independent barbers, right? Shop owners make profit, you know, after all of the barbers. Some of them do it. They charge enough for the barbers booth rent that at the, let's say at least 2 of the barbers, 3 of the barbers out of a 6 barber shop then paid their booth rent equals the amount of the rent for that building and the expenses like the water, the lights, and the cleaning people and all that stuff. After expenses, it's the same with us. Whatever's left over after that is profit. And the barbershop owners, typically, if they cut inside the shop, the barbers are paying to keep the shop open. Now, they're pretty much, the barbers are pretty much paying the expenses by paying the owner booth rent, and the owner cuts there and he's taking home more profits because he don't have to pay for that shop. Just like if you get a duplex home, right? It's 2 doors, you live in one, you have one mortgage, but you live in one of the houses and you have someone pay you for the one that you have next door for the amount in your total mortgage. Everything that you make is 100% profit because you're living for free at that point. Feel what I'm saying? And now you're taking home more money, right? It's the same way. That's how some shop owners make their profit. Now, if you're a commission shop, of course, you make your profit by paying your expenses the same way, and whatever come through that door, they hit that register, and whatever you got left over is all your bread, right? And of course, after taxes, don't forget that, right? But pay attention to your profits, right? But this is how barbers make profits. I see this question floating around a lot. And y'all got any more questions, leave it in the comments, right? You got any suggestions, leave it in the comments. Y'all like the video. Of course, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, wake y'all asses up.